Hey everyone, happy Monday. This is Chelsea with KWRI Marketing. Today we will be going over our command overview class. So this is going to be a brief overview of the command system today. We do have more specific detailed videos on our YouTube page, so feel free to go check that out where we do deeper dives into some of the topics that we are going to discuss briefly today. We do have a chat box as well, so if you have any questions during our class today, feel free to put your questions in the chat box and I will do my best at the end of class to answer those for you. And then as always, you can email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and I am putting that in the chat box as well with any questions that you have that we do not get to today. All right, so let's get started with our command overview class. So you are going to sign in to agent.kw.com. That is going to bring you to the login screen that you see here. You are going to put your username and your password in the boxes here. The username is not case sensitive, however, the password is. So just keep that in mind that if there are any capital letters that you will have to have that in for it to accept the password. If you're not sure what your password is, you can go ahead and click on the eyeball button right here, and it is going to show you what the password is. Once you are all set with that, you can go ahead and click sign in. And it is going to bring you to your command dashboard. All right, so this is our command dashboard. If yours is looking differently, that is okay. There is the ability to customize it. So if yours is not in this exact order, that is okay. So I don't want you to worry about that. I am going to show you how you can customize it in just a minute. But before we do that, I do want to just go over all of the available widgets that you can have on your dashboard. So the first thing that you're going to see on our screen is tasks. This is where you can find all of your past due and upcoming tasks. You do also have the ability to create a task right from your homepage. Next, we have our notepad. So if you need to write down any notes, you can do so here. Oops. Next, we have our goals. So this is going to go off of the goal setting that you can set up in the reports tab. And I will show you that in a little bit. So the goals will just tell you how your goals are doing in terms of the information that it is pulling from command. Next, we have our product updates. So if there's anything that you would like to stay up to date with in terms of new product updates with KWRI, you can find out that information here. Next, we have profit share information. So this is where you are able to find your profit share information. Next, we have our recent leads. So this is going to keep a list of all of the leads that come in. It is going to have their name, and underneath their name will be the source of where the lead came from. Next, we have our database health. So this is going to tell you how your database is doing in terms of the information that you have in your database system. This will also show you a comparison of how your database is doing compared to other agents in your market center. And then lastly, we have our events and preferred partners tab. So this is going to tell you all of the upcoming events in your market center. And then below that, you're able to check out the preferred partners for your market center. If you are part of multiple market centers, like you see here, there will be this black arrow. If you click on that, it's going to provide a drop-down where you can choose the market center that you would like to see the upcoming events for. All right, so we're going to scroll back up, and now we're going to go to the right side. You're going to see a customize button. When you go ahead and click on that, on the left-hand side, you're going to see all of the available widgets that you are able to include on your dashboard. If there's anything that you do not want included, you can just go ahead and click on the box with the check mark. You'll see that it will remove that check mark, which means that it has removed it from your dashboard view. Then on the right-hand side, you have the ability to rearrange the widgets, and you can do that by just clicking on the box, and then you are going to drag and drop until you are satisfied with where it's at. So we'll do this, and then we're going to go ahead and click apply, and you're going to see that those changes are automatically updated. All right, so now we're going to go towards the top left. You're going to see this dark header at the top. So we're going to review everything that's in this header. So the first thing you're going to see is we have 3 tabs here. The first one is going to be command. This is how you can access your command profile. The next tab is going to be connect. This is how you can get to your connect profile or kwconnect.com. And then if you are on staff, you will have this third tab, which is Command MC. So this tab is only going to be if you are on staff, and it will give you the back end information regarding recruits, agents in your market center, different opportunity information, etc. So pretty much all of the back end of Command. Moving over to the right-hand side, our storefront icon is going to be the KW Marketplace. So this is where you can go in and look up third-party integrations that you can connect to Command. Next, we have our bell icon. This is our notifications bell. If you do have a notification, it is going to be notated by this red dot. And then there's also going to be a number next to it that is telling you how many notifications you have unopened. So if you go ahead and click on that bell, you're going to see that it will bring up your unread and your read notifications. And then if you click on all notifications right here, it will provide a drop-down where you can sort your notifications further into all of the specific topics. Next, you're going to see your headshot and your name. I'm going to come back to this in just a second. So we're going to go all the way to the end here. Click on our question mark icon, which is our help and information. So this is going to provide guided tours, Keller Williams University, which is educational resources. You can chat with support, or you can post an idea. So we're going to come back and click on our name. And when you do that, you're going to see that it does provide a drop down for you. The first thing I want to point out here is if you are part of a team profile in Command, you're going to see that it does have separate profiles as you see on my screen. So we have our name, and then underneath it says personal. That means that we are in our personal account. Under other accounts, we have our team name, and then it has our role on the team. That is indicating that this is our team profile. Whichever profile you are currently in is going to be the one that is displayed at the top. So just keep that in mind. So right now, because this personal one is on top, that means that we are in our personal profile. So scrolling down, we have our referrals profile. We have my profile, settings, command training, and our logout button. So we're going to come back up to my profile, and we're going to click on that. So this is going to open up our profile information. The first thing comes up is our public facing information. So you're going to see your About Me section, and all of this information is going to be public. So keep that in mind when you are filling this out. The first thing I want to point out to you is on the right-hand side, you're going to see display my profile on kw.com. You do have the option to choose yes or no of whether you want this information displaying. Scrolling down, again, you're going to put in your About Me information, and if there's anything that you need to update, you can go ahead and click the Edit button in the top right corner, and then you can go and edit this information. Just keep in mind, real estate license is not able to be edited. This will need to be edited by the Market Center staff on the back end of Command MC. So if there's any discrepancy with your license information, just know that you'll have to reach out to your staff to make any changes. All right, next we have our contact information. So again, I want you to keep in mind that the phone number displaying here is going to be public information that is on the KW website. So if you want to have a different business number, just make sure that this gets updated to the correct number. Over on the left-hand side, now we're going to click on My KW. And when you do that, this is going to bring up all of the internal information about you. So this is the information that you filled out when you were signing up for your KW account. So here you're going to find your system information. It's going to include your KW email where you are able to manage that. And it's also going to provide your login credentials where you can edit your username and your password. Next, we're going to have some personal information. So you can see all of that here, followed by beneficiary, profit share bank account, and sponsor information. Next, on the left-hand side under My Affiliations, this is going to tell you all of the connections that your command is connected to. So it's going to tell you that you're connected to the MLS if you have already synced that, as well as the specific market center that you are under. Once you do click on that market center, it's going to tell you your role at the market center, as well as your start date at that particular market center. So next we are going to click on the Command Home Back button. This is going to bring us back to our dashboard, and we're going to go and click on our name again. This time we're going to click on Settings. So when you click on Settings, it is going to bring you to the Integrations page. This is where you are able to see all of the third-party platforms that you are connecting your command account to. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see all of the specific applications that you have, including DocuSign, Dotloop, Facebook, different social media platforms. The middle column is going to be the status of whether it is connected or not. And then on the right-hand side, you are able to manage the connection. So all the way towards the bottom, under email services, you're going to see command email. So I am going to go all the way to the right and click on manage. And so what command email is, when you go to send out command mail through email campaigns, it is going to come through command email. So that means that basically it is going through a third-party platform technically. So when you click on manage, you have the ability to update the sender name, so what the client is going to see when you email them. And then you can also update your reply to email. So when the contact or the client responds back to your email that you send out, this is the email that they are going to see that they are replying to. So if you click on that dropdown, you're going to see that you can actually update it. There's going to be a few options based off of your profile. And then down at the bottom, you have your monthly account usage. So this is going to keep track of the 5,000 available emails that you have per month to send out through command email. If you hit that mark, it is then going to have you manage your subscription by going into the marketplace to update that. Going over to the left side again, we're going to click on Connect Settings. So I know there's a few other settings that we have here, but they're a little more in-depth, so we're not going to cover them in today's class. We are, however, going to look at our marketing profile. So if we go ahead and click on that, this is going to bring up all of the information and the details that are going to be displayed on our KW website. So this is all of your personal Keller Williams information that's going to go onto your Keller Williams site. So the first thing, again, on the right-hand side, you have the option to toggle this on or off, essentially meaning that if it is green, this information is publicly showing. If it is grayed out, it means it is not. So just keep that in mind based on if you want this information public or not. Next, we have a space for our photo and our team logo. We do recommend putting a headshot in your team logo. Reason being is when you go to send out an email campaign, there is automatically 2 spots for logos. So if you don't have anything in team logo, it will show up as a broken image. So we would recommend putting in either a Keller Williams logo, a specific market center logo, or a individual business logo that you might have. Next, we have My Details. So you're going to put your details in here, and just keep in mind that anything that has this red star next to it means that it is required in order to save the profile. Scrolling down, we have affiliations. So if you click on the drop down, you're going to see all of the options that you can choose if any of these apply in terms of your military affiliation. Next, we have biography, and you are going to notice that this is a required field. So if you do not currently have a biography, what you can do just to get around this, you're going to see how it's all like red around it. You can put a dot or, space doesn't work anymore. So you do have to put a character in, just so that if you do not have a biography, but you do want to complete the rest of the profile, you can kind of get around that. Then we have some contact information, brokerage information, any compliance that is required by your market center will go in the compliance section, followed by your social media links and your Google Analytics ID. So now I am going to go back to our dashboard by clicking on the Home button. And what we're going to do for the remainder of our class is we are going to go through all of these applets that we have on the side. So before I do that, I know there's been a handful of people who have joined us since the beginning of class. So I just wanted to reiterate that this is our command overview class. This is a brief overview of the command system. So I am going to very briefly go over all of our applets that we have on the side here. If there's anything that you would like a deeper dive or more information on, please feel free to go check us out on YouTube, Scott Leroy Marketing, and you are going to find endless videos of topics that go way more in depth. And then as always, I did put our email in the chat box, so please feel free to email us with anything that we do not get to today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you go to the top left corner, you're going to see this red KW box. If you go ahead and click on that, you'll notice that these icons expand so that they actually show you what the icons are. So that's just kind of a little helpful tip in case you do not have these memorized, like most of us do not. All right, so the first thing that we are going to see is our homepage. This is how you can always get back to your dashboard. Next, we have contacts. This is where your contact database is, followed by tasks, which are your follow-up or reminders, smart plans, which are your drip campaigns, and essentially that is a communications plan that you will get your contacts on. Referrals is where the referrals platform is. Opportunities is where your transactions are. Campaigns are your social media advertising, direct mailers, and email campaigns. Reports and goal setting can be found under the Reports tab. Designs is where you can create or find pre-made graphics for your marketing. Listings is where KWLS pulls from your MLS. And lastly, consumer is the settings for your consumer app and your website. So let's go ahead and click on contacts. So this is our contact database. So the first thing I am pointing out here is over on our right-hand side, you're going to see an import button. If you click on that, it's going to give you the option to upload a file, a spreadsheet where you can import multiple contacts at one time. So if that is something that you already have handy, you can go ahead and do that so you're not manually inputting your contacts. That being said, we do offer this service for you. So if you have a contact spreadsheet, send it to us. We will reformat it and then we will upload it into your command for you. And I highly suggest doing that because it is kind of a time, it's very tedious. So anyway, I would utilize us to do it for you. Next, we have our Add Contact button. So this is how you are able to manually add a contact. You can fill in all of the information that it is requesting. You do have the option to add a relationship, meaning that you're going to connect this contact with another contact in your database. You have the ability to put the lead source, meaning where the contact came from. You also have the ability to tag the contact, and a tag is essentially grouping contacts together based off of a particular commonality. So it's going to group contacts together. If you click on Add More Information, you're going to see that now there's a few more drop downs of even more contact information that you are able to add about a contact. So there's a whole bunch in here. Once you are all set with that, you'll go ahead and click Create, and it will add that contact to your profile. Next, we have our three dots. This is all of our exporting options. So you have the option to either export all of your owned contacts, or you can export into various mailing labels. Moving towards the left-hand side now, we have a search bar, so you can search by any of these options that you see here. We have filters where you can put in specific criteria to find certain contacts. And then we have Smart Views, which is essentially saving a filter. So if there's a particular filter that you're looking for pretty consistently, you can just go ahead and save it and it will make it a smart view. Next, when we're looking at our dashboard, you're going to see this dark header here. It's going to provide the categorized information up at the top, and then it's going to have that information below for the specific contacts. If there is something that is missing, you can go ahead and click on the Customize Column button. This is going to tell you on the left-hand side all of the available columns that you can add to your dashboard. So let's say we wanted to add their email. I'll go ahead and click on that. The check mark means that it is currently in your dashboard. And then on the right-hand side, you can rearrange the order by clicking with your mouse. And then you'll just drag and drop when you are satisfied. Go ahead and click Apply, and then you'll see that now the email is added to my spreadsheet. You can also change the view of the contact dashboard. So right now we are in our list view, which is this icon right here. You do also have the icon view. So if you click on that, you're going to see that now our screen has changed. We no longer have our header, and it expands each contact a little bit. So it's really just a different view and whatever your preference is. Next, towards the right-hand side, we have a hyperlink here. If you click on this, it's going to allow you to change the number of contacts that can be shown on one page at one time. So if you have a larger database, you probably want to sort it by 500 contacts at a time. But again, that is just your preference. And then if you do have multiple pages of contacts, these arrows will be lit up so that you can then go between the pages. So the last thing I'm going to go over here is when you click on a contact name, it will open up the contact card. On the left-hand side, you're going to see all of the contact information. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to see all of the contact activity. All right, next we're going to go to our tasks. So this is our tasks dashboard. So the first thing we're going to look at is our 3 tabs up at the top. You're going to see that you have a few different lists. So you have a to-do list, a completed list, and an archived list. So in the to-do list, you are seeing all current active, whether past due or upcoming tasks. So it means that they have not been completed yet. These can be opportunity tasks or tasks just from your contacts. Then we have a completed list, which shows all of our completed tasks, and archived means that you have archived the task. Pretty self-explanatory. So if we go over to the right-hand side, you're going to see a button that says Create New Task. If we click on that, this is how you are able to create a new task, just like it says. So you can put the task name, you can link it to either a contact or an opportunity, and then you'll just go ahead and put in all of the task information. Once you're done, you'll go ahead and click Create, and it will add the task to your to-do list. You do have a search feature as well, so you can search for a task name, and you have your filter option as well. If you needed to look into a task, you can go ahead and click on the task, and it will open up the task details for you to take a look at. From here, you are able to either edit the task or you can complete the task. All right, next we are going to go to our smart plans. So smart plans they're called drip campaigns. Essentially, they are a communications plan that you are going to set your contact up on so that they are getting communicated to. It can be in a variety of ways based off of really what you're looking to do. So you can, in these plans, you can add phone calls, emails, text messages, or a combination of all of those. So it's really kind of dependent on the smart plan and what you're trying to do for that contact. So the first thing that you're going to see here is my smart plans. We're going to come back to this because before I even introduce this, I'd rather show you the easier way to deal with this so that, you're not focusing time on things that are just wasting time. So we are going to go and click on our library tab, the second tab in. So once you click on that, this is going to bring you to the public smart plans library. This has all public smart plans from KWRI and from other agents for you to utilize for your own contacts. So it's one of those things of why recreate something that already exists. I would just head right to the library and start adding smart plans to your list. So when you're on this page, the first thing you see is the featured smart plans. These are more of the more popular smart plans to get your contacts on. So you're going to see a monthly call plan, a just looking nurture, this specific real estate group's guide to loving clients, and it's going to provide you a brief overview of what it is, a rating from other agents, the amount of steps, the duration, and the total touches, meaning how many times are you going to reach out on this smart plan. If you wanted to see the particular steps involved, you can click on View Steps. And from there, it's going to tell you everything that is included in the smart plan. And as you can see, if you do hover over it, it will show you what is actually involved in that step. And it's not going away. Okay, so from here you can click Add Smart Plan. And then it is going to have you, then either you can cancel it or you can download it if you are ready to download. So for us, it says we already have a smart plan with this name. But if we did not already add this, it would just say success, this has been added. The other thing before we go back into My Smart Plans, there is a search bar up at the top. So if you want to send an upcoming holiday smart plan, you can go ahead and type that in, and then it's going to provide you with all of the results that match that search criteria. So you can see that we have 119 results for Christmas, and you can just scroll through, find which one works for you, and go ahead and add that smart plan. So once you add a smart plan from the library, it is going to go into the first tab, My Smart Plans. So you're going to see that we have all of these smart plans that we have added. From here, you're able to click on the drop down and again see all of the steps for the smart plan. It's going to tell you how many contacts you currently have on that smart plan. And then if you go all the way to the right-hand side, you have your action column. So here is where you are able to add contacts. You can edit the smart plan to make it a little more personalized, or you can then publish to the library. The last thing I'm going to mention very briefly is that if you do want to create a new smart plan from scratch, you do have that option. You can click on the Create button in the top right. It's going to bring you into the smart plan editor to start creating a smart plan from scratch. So I like to end with that one because I want to show you the easier way to do it first. All right, let's go to referrals. So this is our referrals dashboard. So one thing I like to keep in mind, if you are a new agent and you are not seeing anything show up on referrals, that is normal. Sometimes it could take up to 2 weeks to get access to the referrals platform because it is compiling a bunch of information in order to add you and your statistics to the system. So just keep that in mind. The other thing I wanted to mention is this is only Keller Williams agents. So you unfortunately cannot do outside referrals, but fortunately there's a lot of Keller Williams agents, so there's no shortage of people that can help you. So looking at our dashboard, up at the top, you have your referrals overview. This is just going to provide some metrics about your referral business. And then below that is your referral network. So these are all of the agents that you have added to your network for easy access to be able to check out their About Me, their statistics, and you can also send them a referral right from your dashboard. If you are looking to send a referral out, you can click on the New Referral button. When you do that, you have two options. You can either find an agent, or you can select an agent from your referral network. Then you'll just go ahead and put in all of the referral information, and you will click send, and it will send it to that agent. So going up to the top, looking at our tabs, next we're going to click on My Referrals. This is going to provide an overview of all of your referral business. So you're able to see all of your sent and all of your received business. And again, you can send a referral from this page as well in the top right corner. Our next tab is our map. So this is where you are able to find and add agents to your referral network. The first thing we have here is our search bar, and you're going to see this drop down that is going to give you a few options of how you can search by. So if we are searching by production, we'll go ahead and type in an area. It's going to bring us to that area, and then it is going to populate results based off of the area that I am looking at. So you can use your mouse to scroll in, And as I scroll, you're going to see that the results are going to change. You do also have a filter option. So if you click on the filter, this is going to allow you to put in specific information that you would like this agent to have. So if we wanted to add some closed units, we can click Apply Filter. And then you're going to see the results changed again so that these agents have that particular criteria. When you click on an agent, it is going to provide you their About Me information and their statistics. And from here, you are able, there we go. You are able to add them to your referral network by clicking on this Add Contact button, or you can send them a referral by clicking on this Referral button. And then again, we do have our new referral button in the top right corner for you to then send out a referral. Next, we're going to click on Opportunities. There we go. Okay, so Opportunities is where all of your transactions live. The first thing you're going to see up at the top left corner is the team profile. Because we are on a team, keep in mind that it is going to auto default to your team profile showing first, even if you are in your personal profile. Then the next tab over will be your personal pipeline. So just keep that in mind just to make sure that you are creating opportunities under the right profile. So when we are looking at our dashboard, the first thing we're going to see over on the right-hand side now is our import button. So if we go ahead and click on that, this is going to give you the option to import loops from .loop if that is a system that you use. If you want to create an opportunity from scratch, you can click on the Create Opportunity button, and then you'll go ahead and put all of the opportunity information in here. You'll go ahead and click Create, and then it will add it to your pipeline. So below, we have a few different pipelines. It's broken down into listings, buyers, and leases. Then we have ratios, we have our activity, and then we have a list of closings for the month. If we scroll back up, you're going to see that the pipelines are also split into various phases. There is the stage name, and below that you have an icon with a number. That number is indicating how many transactions are how many opportunities are currently in this stage. So this is telling us that we have 2 opportunities in our cultivate stage. Then it will have the volume of the opportunities and the average time that an opportunity is in this stage. So as we go to the right-hand side, you're going to see a GCI column. This is going to provide the potential and the probable income. And keep in mind that these numbers will adjust based off of your opportunities moving throughout the pipeline. If you wanted to see your opportunities, you can click on the icon. It's going to open up your board view for you to then see all of your opportunities. And then to go even further, you can click on the opportunity and you can see all of the opportunity details, the opportunity marketing, the offer and commissions tab, the documents, etc. So next, let's go to our campaigns. This is our campaigns dashboard. So in looking at our dashboard, this is just going to be a bunch of helpful tips and training. So on the right-hand side, you have your Get Started links. These are great ways, of course, to get started, as it says, because this is where you are able to manage your social posts and your channels, as well as a paid ad quick start. So you can get all really quick information and ensure that you have your social media channels set up and connected to the system so that your ads can actually go out. And then below that, we have some quick posts and some tips and training. And then if you wanted to create a campaign, we'll go to the top right corner and click the Create Campaign button. You're going to have 4 options. You're going to have a direct mail option, which is physically sending out mail, email, which is emailing clients or contacts. A social post is a free post that is going to go out on your personal business profiles. And then a paid ad is a paid targeted ad that you are sending out to a specific demographic. So based off of whichever one you are looking to create, you would just click the box, and then it's going to open up the editor for you to start creating that campaign. In looking at our tabs at the top, you're going to see that we have 4 to go through. Most of these look pretty similar, but we'll run through them really briefly anyway. So paid ads, excuse me. This is our paid ads tab. On the right-hand side, you have your helpful links. So you can check out your account settings, you can manage your paid ad channels, and learn more about how it works. You do also have the option to choose which paid ad you are looking to create, and it will have it a little more targeted based off of your goal. You have some more training. And then down at the bottom, you have this is a list of all of the campaigns that you currently have active in draft status or that are have already been sent out, that have been completed. So you can see a full list here. It's going to provide the name. It's going to give you the metrics. So you can just keep tabs on what your campaign information is telling you. Next, we have our email tab. So if you click on this at the top, it's going to tell you your metrics for your emails. And then below is going to give you an overview of all of your email campaigns that you have sent out. It's going to give you the status, the metrics, and then you have 3 dots over here to edit, duplicate, or archive the campaign. Next, we have our direct mail. So same thing, our metrics at the top, followed by an overview of all of the campaigns that we have either completed or in draft status. The last tab is going to be social posts. This is going to show you all of your live and scheduled posts that you have coming up for your social media, and you can schedule them through here. So if you're on this page, you can click on the particular date that you want to send a social post out on, and then it's going to bring you into the editor to start creating that post. The last thing we're going to go over on this page is our payments. So if we click on that, this is just going to bring you to a page where you can keep track of your marketing spending. So you can see the total amount spent and kind of your return and all of that. Next, we're going to click on reports. So this is our reports dashboard. You are going to see your database health. This is going to tell you how you are doing in terms of the information that you have in your database. So it's going to tell you what things that you should work on, pretty much. So you're going to see that we do not have any home anniversaries. That's something that we should probably start working on receiving from contacts. Then we have sources, where you can see where all of your contacts are coming from. And lastly, the database activity score is telling you how you are doing in terms of following up and communicating with your contacts. Up at the top, we'll move to our reports tab. So when you click on this, this is where you can find all of your reports. If you click on the hyperlink right here, you will see 3 different options. You have a database report, a goals report, and an opportunities report. So just keep in mind that the more information you put into command, the more information you will get out of these reports. And then you do have an export button in the top right corner if you want to export these as well. Next, we have our goals. So this is where you are able to do your goal setting. You can do that in the top right corner. You'll see a goal setting button. When you click on that, it is going to open up another page outside of command for you to start putting your goals in. Once you have your goals in, it will then start updating this information. So as you scroll down, you're going to see that there's a bunch of different graphs too that are pulling this, the information that is in command versus the goals that you have set, just to tell you if you are on track or not. Next, we have our lead routing tab. So I'm not going to talk about this because not everyone has it. The only the only people that will have a lead routing tab are going to be rainmakers of a team. This is where, so if this applies to you, this is where you can go in and you can set up specific lead routing metrics. And basically, if a lead comes in, you can put a specific route on it so that you know how it's going out to your team. Next, we have our emails tab. So this is going to tell you all of the metrics based off of your email campaigns. And next is our texts and calls. So this is going to provide metrics based off of your Twilio account. So you will have to subscribe for a Twilio account in order to text through command. Once you do have an account, it will start pulling the metrics and it will show up here for you. Next, we're going to go to designs. So this is our design center. On our dashboard are all of the designs that we are currently working with. In the top right corner, you have an import design button. So if you need to import a design that you've created in another platform, such as Canva, you can go ahead and import the design through this button. If you want to create a design, you can click on the Create Design button. That is going to bring you into the Design Center where you can find pre-made templates based off of a whole bunch of different marketing materials. And you can just put your information into it and upload it and send it out. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in the Design Center. So I would definitely take a note to check that out. Next, we have our listings. So in this tab, this is how you're going to sync your MLS with your command profile. So we are going to do that by clicking on Sync My MLS. You are going to put in your listing address or your MLS number of a listing that you currently have. You will click Next. You're going to find the listing that is yours. You'll click Select, then Next. And then this pop-up will show up that is having you confirm whether you are the primary or the co-listing agent. Once you do that and you click Next, it is going to send an email to the email address on file with that listing in the MLS. You'll have to verify that email. And once you do, it will sync the two together so that now your listings are going to automatically update into this section. From there, you are able to grab the information and automatically share it onto your marketing materials, your email campaigns, etc. So it makes it very integrative and intuitive so that you're not constantly typing out all of that listing information. The last thing that we have today is our consumer. So on this page, this is actually our new website. So this is the upgraded website. If you have not yet upgraded to the new website, yours is going to look a little different. So it might not totally make sense. We do have prior command overview videos that do go over the old website. So definitely, again, check out our YouTube page, type in command overview, and then you can go ahead or even website 101, and you can check out the old website and how it works. So for the new website, this is what it looks like. We have 3 tabs up at the top. Right now we are in my website. If we scroll down in the middle, you're going to see an edit my website button. That's where you can go in and you will be directed to update and manage your website, such as featured listings, manage your testimonials, manage your blogs, and a lot more. Below that, we have our website settings. So here is where you are able to find your website URL. This is what you want to mark it out. Next, we have our app URL. So this is a specific URL that is personalized to you. So make sure that you copy this URL and you want to send this out to your contacts, because you ideally want them to register for the app under your specific app URL. That way you get notified when they're on the app. You have that Big Brother access to see what they're looking at. Plus, they also see your information branded as their agent. You have a preference section where you can choose different preferences of what you would like for your website, followed by registration. So if you want property visitors to have to register before looking at properties, you can set that here. We do up at the top, our next tab is going to be testimonial. So this is where you are able to see an overview of all of the testimonials that you have. And next we have our collections tab. So this is where you can create a collection, which is essentially a saved search that you are going to push out to clients through the app. So to do that, you can click create a collection. When you click on that, you'll put in the specific information for that contact and their property likes. And then it will start sending them information based off of listings that match that criteria. All right, so that is everything that we have today for our command overview class. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.